changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration to make you simply happy. It's Tip Tuesday, and today I want to talk about 3 simple ways you can get happier, and you can do them all today. These tips come from my new Simply Happy book, and these are proven winners that I think will work for you. All right, here's your first simple way to be happier. Send out a smile boomerang. Smiles are like boomerangs. When you throw them out there, they come right back at you. Just like when you throw a boomerang and it circles around and comes back, if you know what you're doing when you throw a boomerang. Now, if you encounter someone grouchy, throw out that smile boomerang and see what happens. My experience is that people will usually smile back at you. You might even have a better day because your smile will change the way that people react to you. And in the few cases where your smile isn't returned, well, you haven't lost anything. So why do these smile boomerangs work? The motivational speaker and author Dennis Waitley said, "A smile is the light in your window that tells others that there is a caring, sharing person inside. People feel a connection to you when they see your smiling face. It's so much more acceptable than a closed, stern-looking face." My friend Sophronia Scott is always smiling, and she discovered the value of that when she actually deliberately stopped smiling for a while. She was in her early 20s, she had just graduated from college, and she had moved to big, scary New York City, and she somehow thought that smiling was going to make her more vulnerable, make her seem weak. But then she read a story in the original Chicken Soup for the Soul book, and it changed her mind about smiling, and she resumed smiling. She went out into New York City, and she started smiling at everyone. Here's what Sophronia says happened. "I couldn't believe how good I felt. I actually felt more like myself. As I continued to smile throughout the days, weeks, and months, I noticed an amazing cycle. The more I smiled, the friendlier everything seemed. And the friendlier everything seemed, the more I smiled." So this whole power of smiling thing has had a big impact on people who have been reading advanced copies of Simply Happy. They tell me that the first tip from the book that they have implemented is the one about smiling. It is so easy. You can go do it right this second. And sometimes something this easy and so obvious is just something we have to be reminded of. We need that little reminder to get us back doing something that we meant to be doing all along. All right, here's my second easy tip from Simply Happy. Brighten your day by doing a good deed. So we all hear all the time that doing good deeds is a sure way to make you feel great. And you probably know that. Even holding a door open for someone makes you feel good. You don't have to write down your good deeds. You don't have to assign yourself a certain number to do every day. You just have to be aware that there will be numerous opportunities throughout the day for you to make a connection with someone else. It's just one step past remembering to smile, to remember to open a door for someone, or let a mother with a squirming child get ahead of you in line at the store, or bend down and pick up a piece of trash even when no one is looking. Whatever our inspiration is for doing a good deed, the great news is that once that deed is done, it isn't over and it isn't really done. It somehow multiplies into other heartfelt deeds as the goodness travels. Good deeds are just as contagious as smiles. So you know we like our inspirational quotes at Chicken Soup for the Soul, so here comes another one. It's about good deeds, and it's from Plato. "Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others." And now here's my third tip for how to make yourself happier today. Use the Guess soap, or get the fancier coffee at the coffee shop, or take some of that expensive hand cream to the office and resolve that you will use it every day at work just because it smells good. Or spray some cologne on your pillow. Do something for yourself, something out of the ordinary, and then continue doing it for yourself every day. Because we deprive ourselves of those simple little pleasures that will brighten our days at little or no cost. I don't know why we do that. I don't know what it is that makes us think that self-sacrifice all the time is good. I have a story about Paula Scory in the Simply Happy book. Paula had gotten a really nice piece of soap as a gift, And instead of using it, she kept it in a drawer for decades. It wasn't until she got cancer that she finally decided to unwrap that fancy soap that smelled so good and use it for herself. She had saved it for decades. For what? Who knows? So use the Guess soap today, or use whatever other thing you've been denying yourself. You deserve it. So those are my 3 simple ways to get happier in one day. Smile at someone, do a good deed for someone, or do a good deed for yourself. Treat yourself to something you don't normally let yourself have. And then do it again tomorrow. I'm Amy Newmark. Thanks for listening today to the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast. Tomorrow is Wow Wednesday, and I'm going to share a story about a sister's dream that saved a brother's life. And if you want to read more tips from Simply Happy, please visit our website, chickensoup.com, or pick up the book at Rite Aid drugstores, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, or your local bookstore. You can also check out #SimplyHappyProject on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.